Look, if you want more leads than you know what to do with, then in this video, I'm going to be showing established remodel contractors and custom home builders the exact process that you can follow to get more out of the people that you have already served. Okay, this is a tried and true way that has worked already in the industry for a very long period of time, but I want to show you guys the exact process and then a unique way of actually deploying the process. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lev Parsegian. I'm the founder of Cosmos-Fi. What we do is we build systems that help remodel contractors and custom home builders make more money and bring order to their construction businesses. Without any further ado, let's get into the training. All right, so the first thing that I want to explain is the different avenues for leads in a remodel business. So there's outbound and inbound. This is pretty basic. Outbound examples I can get to, but I'm gonna start off with the more popular acquisition strategy that most, and I don't even want to call it a strategy honestly, but it's what most general contractors rely on, and that is referrals, right? Meaning that people hit you up saying, I have a potential project. Can you give me a bid? Can you give me an estimate? Can you work on the project? And this is like the ideal scenario for most GCs because, you know, there's already likability, trust baked in from the person who referred. And in every regard, you know, who doesn't like referral business? It's fantastic. The thing is, a lot of GCs get this wrong because this is where a lot of their business stops, okay? And so what they do is they say, okay, I want more inbound business. So they resort to doing something like Google ads, okay? And I see this very commonly. Or, you know, number 3 would be Facebook ads or meta ads, whatever you want to call it, okay? And so contractors will run ads saying, I'm a general contractor, I do this, this, and that, you know, I'll give you a free estimate, you know, within the next 24 hours and blah, 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 whatever. The problem that I have with Google ads and Facebook ads, if you're a remodel contractor or you're a custom home builder, is the fact that you probably have not created loads of content to get your homeowner, to get your prospective homeowner to trust you, know you, and like you, right? And so if you have not created content of yourself showcasing how amazing you are, you know, then the likelihood that they are actually going to convert from these efforts is not going to be very likely, okay? And that's not to say that it doesn't work, but the amount of money that you're going to have to spend in a relatively short period of time, if you want this to work in a really, really short period of time, it's going to be a ton. And there's a lot of upfront testing because you're opening up a completely brand new acquisition channel, a new channel of acquiring clients. But what a lot of GCs don't realize is that they can continue to get referrals, okay, just in a different way. And so the thing is a lot of contractors, they get their referrals in an unpredictable way. Meaning that you did good work for somebody and you were just hoping and praying that the good work that you did is going to rub off on somebody else, and that somebody else is going to say, hey, Jill, I really liked your kitchen. I want to know who the contractor is that did your kitchen because now I'm thinking about doing a kitchen. The truth is that is an incredibly unpredictable strategy because you don't know who's going to hit you up and when they're going to hit you up. And so you're just kind of sitting there on your hands, hoping and praying that somebody is going to hit you up eventually. I had to burp. But that is not how most businesses in the world run. Most businesses have a predictable way of getting somebody who doesn't know who you are and turning them into a paying customer, okay? And so the question then becomes, well, if I'm not going to pay for advertising, and if I would only rely on referrals, how the heck would I get more referrals into the door? Well, I'll tell you right now, because that's the purpose of this video. If we want the opposite of this, or the inverse of this, predictable referrals, then we need to do something called, wait for it, reactivation marketing. And in the marketing world, that's really just a fancy term for talking to your past customers, okay? So if you guys are not currently talking to past homeowners that you have built ground up projects for or done remodels for or really any sort of projects, then you are leaving loads upon loads upon loads of money on the table. Reactivation marketing, though, it is a type of marketing. Okay, so within that marketing, you could do a lot of different types of campaigns. Okay, so you could run what's called an SMS blast. Okay, you could run one of these. You could run an email blast. Okay, you could do a live event and many, many more. But I'm just going to focus on these three. Okay, so what is an SMS blast? What's an email blast? These are kind of tied hand in hand. But basically what you do is you take the list of people that you have worked with in the past and you blast them out a message, okay? So this is kind of what it looks like. So person has worked with you in the past, okay? And they have paid you money. What you want to do now is give them back something so that they become happy again and so that they give you money again, okay? This is the most basic way that I can put it. But then the question becomes, well, what the heck do I give them? Like, and a lot of contractors get so stuck on this, and they're like, well, I already remodeled their house. People don't remodel their houses every single day. What could I possibly offer them? Right. And this is where a lot of times people get hung up because they think that they need to, give them some ludicrous offer that puts them out of business. And that's just not the case, okay? And so an SMS blast could look something like this. Hey Jill, we haven't connected with you for a while since we remodeled your kitchen. How's the space been treating you? Okay. So I'm going to break this down real quick because I know a lot of times I've heard from a lot of marketers that just go super direct offer. But personally, in local markets, I'm not always a huge fan of going super direct offer. It works, and I've seen it work tremendously well for people who have really huge customer bases. I'm talking about you've served 500 plus customers that you've done remodels for, or you've built 80 plus homes in the last few years. I'm talking about boutique homes, of course. I'm not talking about general spec builds. You might be thinking where the heck is the giving here? Like how the heck are you giving something by asking? Well, here's the truth. Right now, more than ever, people are used to receiving random offers on their phone. Like, we will give you a $250 Amazon gift card, or we will give you a $500 this or a $1,000 this if you just refer us somebody. And you're going really direct with the ask. But what we actually want to do with our SMS blast is we want to start conversations. And so what you're saying is hey Jill, you're acknowledging the fact that hey, we haven't spoken in a while since the remodel. And you're asking a very pointed question. You're saying, how has the space been treating you, right? And so they're going to respond in an open-ended way, and they may say, the space has been amazing, it's been working out great, it's been this, it's been that, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, awesome. Now you have your in, because they have responded back to you, you started up this conversation, and this is where the magic really happens. From this point, if you get a response from them, and they say, things have been going well, how are you doing? Or just things have been going well, period. You can say, great. Something that we've been doing lately is throwing project launch parties. Realize that we never did this for your house. Can I give you a call in 5 minutes to chat about it? Okay, this is really foreign, I feel. With a lot of our contractors, something that I share with them is doing what we call project launch parties. And PLPs, the way that they work is basically once you do a successful job for a customer, you basically want to cater an event at their home and invite, neighbors, guests, friends, family, dogs, cats, and everybody in between, so that they can come through and enjoy some amazing food at, you know, this person's house that just recently remodeled their place. And the purpose of the project launch party is to get in front of their friends, family, neighbors, and so on and so forth. And all you really need to do during these parties is just be a fly on the wall. Okay? That's all you need to do. Just be a fly on the wall, serve food, shake hands with people, greet people, welcome people in, and then give a what I like to call the project launch toast, right? And so once all the guests are in and you have your glass of champagne or your cup of tea or your cup of orange juice or whatever it is that you drink and choose to, you know, consume, what you're going to do at this point is you're going to say, hey, I want to give a toast to your customer that so graciously trusted me with this project and my team with this project. We're really proud of kind of what it is that we were able to create here, and we're just stoked that you know, this family is going to open up this home for many more memories, not just within their family, but with all of you guys as well who have joined us tonight. So cheers to you, Jill, and here's to an amazing future in this kitchen, whatever. And obviously be sincere about it. I'm just like spitballing off the top of my head because I'm talking to a camera right now. But be sincere about it, mean it. Don't do it for somebody that you don't want to do it for. And so the purpose of this text is you're pretty much introducing this idea, okay? And what you want to do is you want to get on a phone call. That's the whole thing, is you want to get on a phone call and re-engage the prospect in this way. And so when we go back to our little equation here of, you know, you made the customer happy, you know, you got paid for making them happy, and now you give them something back in return so that you can repeat this whole cycle. Well, the way that you are giving something back is you're pretty much saying, throw a soiree at your own house. Who doesn't want to do that? Most homeowners, and you guys know that like a lot of women make the decisions when it comes to remodel projects. A lot of women want to be able to host, and they don't have a lot of the time because it requires a lot of prep and food and drinks and cleanup and so on and so forth. And so if you're just basically saying what we would like to do as a way of giving back to our past customers is we just want to pay it forward by catering with, you know, a whole dinner, and all we ask of you is just to invite your friends, your family, and your guests a month in advance. Let us collect the RSVPs, and if you're not totally opposed to it, what we would love to do afterwards is just seek some opportunities to add the same value that we did to your home to their homes as well. Is that something you'd be totally opposed to? And a lot of the times, guys, if you have done the right thing during the build and actually made the person happy, they will agree to it because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. And so then the question becomes, well, how much is this going to cost me from a marketing perspective? Well, let's look at it. So SMS blast. So if you blast out text messages to people, this is not going to cost you more than, I don't know, $2 on if you have like a CRM platform already. If you don't have a CRM platform, let's say it's going to cost you, I don't know, $49 to $100 per month. I know it's going to range, but it just kind of depends on how much your CRM is. Okay, so you do your text blast. You send the text out to, say, a test group of anywhere between 50 to 100 people. Okay, and you start a bunch of conversations. You should pretty much be able to start, I don't know, within that first day, at least 5 to 8 conversations. And then as you continue to follow up with people, reach out to people, call them, and so on and so forth, that number is going to increase. Well, let's just say, 10 people respond back. Of the 10 people that respond back, let's say 5 of them, they answer you with a positive response, and they actually get on a call with you. Of the 5 people who get on a call with you, let's say 1 person agrees to doing the project launch party. Guys, that's a 10% conversion, okay? On a text. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying like, okay, dude, so far you've only told me how to spend money. And you're right. That's exactly what I've told you. But I think the bigger picture that you guys haven't gotten to is the fact that this one event should be producing you anywhere between a minimum 5 on a maximum, I'll just be super conservative here, 15 leads. Okay? And the leads that you guys are getting are not just Facebook leads or Google leads like the ones that I was telling you guys about earlier over here. People who don't really know you, like you, or trust you, right? People who are like, meh, Jerry's okay, Bob's okay, Dylan's okay, whoever you are, Mr. Contractor, right? They don't really know you, like you, or trust you enough like that. And they don't want to spend a whole ton of money on a project. Well, the truth is if you've done work for people who have spent a lot of money on projects, well, guess what? They probably hang out with other people who also have money to spend on projects. Okay? So, if you're producing 5 to 15 high quality leads, like really high quality leads, what you can do with these people is take them through what the Cosmosify sales process looks like, which is triage, okay, to value call, okay, to OSC, and this is on-site consultation. Okay, so you take them through this process, and then you sell them one of two things. If you're in the remodel space, you would sell them a PCSA or PSA, right, which is a pre-construction services agreement, or a DA, which is a design agreement, okay? And so sale is made here, and we basically say, hey, we are going to work on this project, but basically in order to get kicked off on the project, we need this pre-construction deposit or this design agreement so that we can kind of get kicked off and really let you know what a solid number is going to be so that we don't give you an inaccurate estimate of what things are going to look like. And so the thing is, guys, I'm not going to go into the whole sales process, but once you follow the Cosmosify sales process all the way through, the likelihood that you're actually going to close these leads is far, far higher because of the fact that they, again, know you, like you, and trust you, because you're borrowing the knowability, likability, and trustability, if any of those things are words. You're borrowing it from the homeowner by being inside of their home and collecting their information directly during that party. So then let's go back for a second, because I know I mentioned SMS blast, I said email blast, and then I said live event. Well, you could do this exact same process and you could email blast people a specific offer, or you can blast an offer that says, hey, like we're running a live event and we're doing X, Y, and Z, and we're going to have cupcakes and this and that and the third. Again, how you do this in a way where it actually gets people into the door and it gets people excited about coming to your event, it needs to be a really good event, and it just basically needs to be irresistible. Have I seen it done? Yes, I've seen it done. It just needs to be done the right way. And so really, your mechanism, whether you're doing an SMS blast, an email blast, and honestly, this isn't really a mechanism, it's more so a type of offer. But if you're using any of these mechanisms, you should be able to get leads from past customers, past people that you have worked with. And so if you're ever struggling to get more jobs, it is probably because of the fact that you are not doing enough outreach, okay? And outreach just means reaching out to people, period. I'm talking about people who know you or people who don't know you. But in this case specifically, reach out to the people who know you, because it's way, way, way easier to resell people on some sort of an offer because they already know you, like you, and trust you. And so anyway, if you found this video helpful, then great. I really hope that you take it and you apply these concepts and you use these text messages, maybe if you run an SMS blast with your past customers, and comment down below about what a mechanism is that you guys have used personally for yourselves in your remodel businesses or in your custom home building businesses. Once again, if you guys would like help with doing stuff like this and building systems that allow you to get your time back as a contractor so you can make more money, live a more fulfilled life, and not have to worry about how it is that you're going to make ends meet next month because cash flow has been so tight, then I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, stick around, and maybe, just maybe, if you're a remodel contractor doing more than $2 million a year in top line revenue or custom home builder, then you can book a call down below with myself or with one of my team members, and we'll be more than happy to walk through this exact same process with you. And if you don't choose to do that, then that's okay with me too. I hope you got value from this. Talk to you in the next one. See ya.